One lucky viewer is going to go home with some free tower speakers, some free bookshelf speakers, a free receiver, and a free subwoofer. This, my friends, is the all-new JBL Stage series. We have the Stage, whoopsie daisies, bookshelf speakers, the Stage floor standing speakers, and the new receiver from JBL. Ooh. So sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and let's talk about these brand new speakers and how you can go home with these for free. Today we are talking about the all-new JBL Stage 260F. F stands for floor standing speaker. 2, I don't know what that stands for. 6 stands for 6-inch woofer. This is a 2.5-way floor standing speaker. This speaker is the first release from a major manufacturer since maybe ELAC that reintroduces an affordable speaker. Most companies haven't been concentrating or releasing products in the affordable category. I was thrilled that JBL came out with the new Stage series because the Stage A120 is one of my favorite budget bookshelf speakers. And one of you lucky viewers is going to walk out with an entire 5.1 channel system thanks to JBL and audio advice. You're actually going to get these speakers. So some of these speakers I didn't actually put together all the way because I didn't want to screw them up. I wanted to be able to ship them to you. We're also going to talk about a new JBL home theater receiver. This, if it focuses, is the MA310 from JBL. It's a 5-channel home theater receiver. Comes in at $399 MSRP. It's very straightforward, gives you what you need, gives you nothing that you don't need, and it's pretty cool to look at. The JBL Stage 260F is a 2.5-way design, dual 6.5-inch ribbed polycellulose woofers for engaging mid-range and substantial bass. And you have different crossovers for the woofers. That's why it's called a 2.5-way, not a 3-way. 2.5-way, 1-inch aluminum dome tweeter with next generation HDI, which is trademarked HDI, high definition imaging, not low def imaging, not ultra high def imaging, high def imaging. Base reflex enclosure, which means it has a hole in the back. It's called port, with dual rear ports offset in a racetrack frame for extended low frequency response. Frequency response, if I can say that, 45 up to 25,000 hertz. Don't let the 45 hertz fool you though, because these will punch you like Jason Voorhees punching a county sheriff after he's going after a camp goer. That's probably not a good analogy, but it's Halloween, and I would imagine that Jason Voorhees can probably punch fairly hard. Sensitivity, 90 dB. This is an important rating because at 90 dB, you don't need a ton of power to wake these gentle giants up. I don't even know if these are gentle. To wake these giants up. They do make a 280F, which has two 8-inch woofers. These are two 6-inch woofers. I generally like the, not the largest floor stander, a step down. Because even in a giant room such as this, I've never really felt the need, look at all that stuff on the coffee table. I've never really felt the need to have a giant speaker. Frankly, most bookshelf speakers paired up with a subwoofer with a decent high pass filter and low pass filter can generally play as loud as I want it to in this big living room. So the mid-size floor standing speakers are always my favorite when it comes to a floor standing speaker, because anything bigger can load up too much bass, even in an open room like this. And you can't really control the bass if you have too much of it, unless it's a subwoofer and you can turn it down. That's why I like bookshelf speakers in a sub, or smaller-ish floor standing speakers. These are fairly deep though. 14 and 5/16 inches deep, 12 and a quarter inches wide, and 40.13 inches high. Great size for a tower speaker. Not too big, not too, well, they're kind of tall, but they're not too deep. I had a pair of Klipsch RP 6000Fs that were legit 17 or 18 inches deep. They almost looked weird that they were so deep. This looks not, it's deep, it doesn't look crazy deep. And the price tag, $499.95 each, which means if you get a pair of these, it's going to be a short $1,000. Now, my friends, if you want these free speakers and a free receiver, then you're going to have to watch the Audio Advice Live loud stream. If you're watching this on Friday, it's too late. They've been given away. But if you're watching this right now in the morning, Thursday morning, that means that you have a chance to win these if you're in the United States, I think. If not, maybe, I don't know, maybe they're going to do something for you if you're not here in the contiguous 50 states. That's not contiguous. The 48, that's right. So you got to watch the live stream. Details will be in the description. JBL MA310 comes in also at $399.95. Is a 5.1 channel home theater receiver. Easy for me to say. Puts out 60 watts per channel into 8 ohms at 0.5% THD, 100 watts into 4 ohms at 0.5% THD, has Dolby and DTS surround sound decoding. An easy set EQ provides easy to use room equalization for optimized sound quality. You get Bluetooth, you get HDMI 2.0. 4 in, 1 out. All connections support 4K 60. So this is not an 8K receiver. I have this connected to my giant television here. People are going to say my TV's too high. I don't care. I have it connected to my giant TV. I have an Apple TV going into it and then out of the back of the receiver into the TV. Also have a Nintendo Switch occasionally hooked up to the receiver too. I love it because when I turn on the Apple TV, it turns on the receiver and then turns on my TV. And guess what? I get no calls when my children want to watch or game on this television in the living room. I have had a lot of higher end receivers, higher end processors, and the HDMI handshake is terrible. What does that mean? It means I'm getting phone calls that no sound's coming out of the TV when I'm out of town or not in the house and somebody wants to actually watch the television. I love it when HDMI works. I was lucky enough to talk to some JBL folks when I was at Audio Advice Live in August. And they told me that they wanted this to look good, to sound good, and be easy to use because they want to bring multi-channel home theater, high-definition viewing, a theater-like experience to the younger generation that's not crazy about hi-fi like I am, like we are. Something simple that's easy to use and looks good. And I think they nailed it with the new, not only the receiver line, but the speaker line. You can get them in, I think, brown or white. And there hasn't been a really design-focused speaker since the Yamo S series that has come out. So this thing not only sounds good, but it also looks good too, especially in white. Although you're not getting the white ones. You're getting the ones with the black baffle and the fake veneer wrap. It's a vinyl veneer. Vinyl wrap. Vinyl veneer. I guess you could call it a vinyl veneer. So, what do I think? I think these are big, beautiful, bit mid-range focused speaker in the upper mid-range. The good thing is when you are watching movies or listening to music, there is no difference between male vocals to female vocals. I often find that a speaker around the crossover point will transition from either being ultra clean or a bit veiled to ultra clean or a bit veiled. And I didn't hear that at all with the A260Fs or the bookshelf speaker. So the mid-range is great. The bass is also controlled yet a little bit punchy. With the 260Fs, it did benefit from a subwoofer. A lot of times you get a floor standing speaker and I don't really feel like I need a subwoofer at all. These remind me a bit of the SVS Ultra line, the bookshelves and the floor standing speakers. However, they're coming in at a more affordable price tag. These also remind me, sorry Klipsch, of a better reference Premier Klipsch version. The new JBL line is now at Best Buy and it displaces the Polk XT series, which is saying something about this speaker. At louder volumes, upper mid-range and treble can come forward a little bit, but this is a speaker that is going to appeal to newer audiophiles, and I think that's exactly what they're aiming for. Also for existing audiophiles, you're getting an ultra clean mid-range, and the top end is revealing and nice. It has a little bit of that aluminum dome vibe personality. So cymbals, percussion is going to sound great, but certain things are just going to have that aluminum dome personality. These come in at exactly the same price as the Emotiva XT1s and sound somewhat similar. There's more air on top with the Emotivas, and I think that's because of the tweeter choice. You have a folded ribbon versus an aluminum dome. I think this is a great speaker. Personally, I hope it goes on sale. I know the old Stage series used to go on sale. I think a pair of these floor standers coming in around the $750, $800 price point would be darn near unbeatable. Even at their MSRP though, I think they're a great speaker, good looking speaker, but their tonality is a bit cool in the mid-range and exciting on top. So don't buy this speaker thinking you're gonna get a warm, caramelly speaker. Typical JBL, and I personally would buy these over a Klipsch speaker. That's just me though. I'm not saying these are better than Klipsch. I'm just saying I like these better than Klipsch. If you like this video, check out the video I did on the bookshelf speakers. Also did a comparison between the new ELAC Debut 3 and the XB1s from Emotiva. But make sure to watch the live stream this afternoon. I will have details in the description. It's on Audio Advice's YouTube channel if you want to get these for free. And I'm also going to try to figure out how to live stream it from my channel as well at the same time. Don't hold your breath though, because I'm not great at technology. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.